સંગે અહો મૈત્રી અનુપમ ભક્તો તણાશુરહદમ સાક્ષાત કાકા સ્વરૂપ દિવ્ય મૂર્તિ દિનકર ભાઈને નમન. સહજાનંદ સ્વામી મહારાજની જય. એવું કહેવાય છે કે કર્મ કી ગતિ ન્યારી. શ્લોક આવે છે કે કર્મની ગતિ કોઈ જાણી શકતું નથી. કિમ કર્મ કિમ કર્મેતી કવયો અપ્યત્ર મોહિતા. કે કર્મ શું છે અને અકર્મ શું છે એના વિદ્વાનો પણ એને જાણી શકતા નથી. આપણે શાસ્ત્રમાં એવું કર્મનું આવે છે, વોટ આર ગુડ ડીડ્સ, વોટ આર બેડ ડીડ્સ. ઇવન ઇન્ટેલેક્ચ્યુઅલ પીપલ ગેટ કન્ફ્યુઝડ. કારણ કે આપણે કોઈ પણ કર્મ, વેન વી ટ્રાય ટુ ડુ સમથિંગ, ધારો કે વેન વી આર ડ્રાઇવિંગ ધ કાર, નાઉ knowingly or unknowingly we are killing so many bugs. When we speak, we are killing or inhaling or whatever, we are doing lot of violences, right? Yeah. When our intention is sometimes good, when we give, let's say, $10 to a beggar, now he may do something weird with it. He may get himself intoxicated. કે નશામાં કંઈક કરે, પછી નશામાં કદાચ એ કાર ડ્રાઈવ કરે અને કોઈને ઉડાવી પણ દે. અથવા he may buy bullets to kill someone. So we don't know કે whatever activities we are doing, is it giving us a right fruit or good merits, or we are accumulating sins. કે આપણે એના સારા પુણ્ય ઊભા કરીએ છીએ કે એના પાપમાં આપણે જઈએ છીએ. So now there are only two options. કે one thing, કે we never do any karma, કે કોઈ કર્મ જ ના કરીએ. But then again Gita says that કે નહીં કશ્ચિત ક્ષણમપી જાતુ તિષ્ઠત્ય કર્મકૃતઃ. કે કોઈ એક ક્ષણ પણ કર્મ કર્યા વગર રહી શકાતું નથી. કારણ કે when you breathe, તમે કર્મ કરો છો. When you walk, when you sleep, when you get up, you are doing some kind of karma. તમે ઊભા થાવ છો, ચાલો છો, બેસો છો, વાતો કરો છો, એ કર્મ છે. That is one kind of deeds that you are performing. So now what is the second option? કે change the purpose of that karma. And that is what Maharaj explains. અને પપ્પાજીને આ વચનામૃત બહુ ગમતું. ગઢડા મધ્ય 11 કે કર્મરૂપ ભક્તિ થયાનું. કે તમે કર્મનો હેતુ બદલી નાખો. When you change the purpose of that karma, then that karma will be beneficial. Now that karma will be different than when the ordinary person is doing karma. Now, and that goal should be that I want to please my guru and I want to please God. So that is our topic today for this session. Okay, we should always focus, our aim should always to please our God and our Guru. So we request Dinkaruncle to share us some light on this topic. કે કઈ રીતે ભગવાન અને ભગવાનના ગુરુને રાજી કરી શકીએ. અને રાજી કરીએ એમાં શું શું ઓબ્સ્ટેકલ્સ આવે. વોટ આર ધ ઓબ્સ્ટેકલ્સ, હાઉ કેન વી ઓવરકમ ધ ઓબ્સ્ટેકલ્સ, અને એનું પ્રાપ્તિ શું છે. એવું ડિફરન્ટ ટોપિક્સ પર દિનકર અંકલ આપણને સરસ ગાઈડન્સ આપે. તો આપણે દિનકર અંકલને પ્રાર્થના કરીએ. કોઈનો પાડન રાખે હરિવર, અનંત ગણું કરી આપે. કણ આપી 100 મન લેવાનો, લાવ મર્યો છે હાથે. દિનકરની આજ્ઞા પારી એને રાજી કરીએ. બ્રહ્મરૂપ થઈને કાકાજીને રાજી કરીએ. જય જય સ્વામિનારાયણ, જય જય સ્વામિનારાયણ. સહજાનંદ સ્વામી મહારાજ.
गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वर गुरुर् साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव जे उत्पत्ति स्थिति लय करे वेदो स्तुति उच्चरे जे दारोम सुछिद्रमा अणुसमा ब्रह्मांड कोटि फरे माया काळ रवि शशि सुरगणो आज्ञान लोपे क्षण एवाक्षरधामना अधिपति श्री स्वामी नारायण जनि अमृतवाणी तो वही रही साक्षात महिमा रूपे जनि ब्राह्मी स्थिति अहोलिन करे सुभव्य अक्षर पदे शरणागत निज अल्प जीव सहुना श्रेयार्थ तत्पर रहे काका स्नेहल सिंधु दिव्य विभुने हयो तो वंदन करे। सजानंद स्वामी महाराजनी जय। सर्वे गुणातीत स्वरूपोनी जय जय जय। प्रगट ब्रह्म स्वरूप काकाजी महाराज पप्पाजी महाराज स्नेहल सिंधु दिव्य बंधु शताब्दी पर्व महोत्सवनी जय जय जय। प्रगट ब्रह्म स्वरूप हरिप्रसाद स्वामी महाराजनी जय जय जय। प्रगट ब्रह्म स्वरूप जसभाई साहेब सर्वसुरदम पर्व महोत्सवनी जय जय जय। आज के आनंद की जय जय जय। सदगुरुदेव की जय जय जय। सर्वे गुणातीत स्वरूपोनी जय जय जय। Very nice. So all of you have nice food and nice rest. And we are now back to this second session or third session if we call it, it was yesterday's first one. And we had nice discussions, in the morning also. So, this topic about the influence or the effect of the karma. According to our scriptures, God has many servants. God has all varieties of sevaks. Kad, karma and maya are among them. Kad is also the servant of God. Karma is also servant of God. Maya is also servant of God. And there are others, Among the three, આપણા ધાર્મિક શાસ્ત્રોમાં કહે છે એ પ્રમાણે ભગવાનના અનેક સેવકો છે. એ સેવકોની અંદર કાળ, કર્મ અને માયા પણ ભગવાનના સેવકો છે. એ સેવકોની અંદર કર્મની સેવક તરીકેની શું ફરજ છે અને કર્મ દરેકના જીવનની અંદર કેવી રીતનો ભાગ ભજવે છે એ આપણા શાસ્ત્રોએ, આપણા ઋષિમુનિઓએ એમના તપ, એમના યોગ, એમના ધ્યાન એમાંથી જે કંઈ જાણ્યું છે, મેળવ્યું છે, એના ઉપર જે શાસ્ત્રો લખાયા છે એમાં કર્મ છે એની અંદર પણ બધા જુદા જુદા ઘણા પ્રકારના કર્મો છે. There are so many varieties of karma. But they have categorized three main category among all these different varieties of karma. They are called Kriyaman, Prarabdha and Sanchit. These are main category. In there, I will give you little small explanations and then move on. That Kriyaman is the karma which we do it currently, which we do in our existential awareness, in our awakened state, in our dream state, in our subconscious state. Those actions which we do now, they are called Kriyaman. Kriya means Kriya, actions. And Kriyaman means that whatever we are benefiting, enjoying, accepting the benefit of that is called Kriyaman. So this Kriyaman karma has its effect. And there are varieties of effect. But if we go back to these three actions, Kriyaman, Prarabdha and Sanchit, if the Kriyaman's result, whatever we have done, is transferring into the Kriyaman fruit, then we would get the actions of that Kriyaman karma right away. For example, we are thirsty and we drink the water or liquid. So we did that Kriyaman karma of drinking, that will satisfy our thirst. If we are angry and slapped somebody on the face, then that person will automatically slap on our face. So that is the Kriyaman. We got the result right away. Now it depends who you slapped. If you slapped a small baby, the baby will be hurt by your slap, and baby slaps you back, you will be hurt very little, because baby slap will not be as strong, right? On the other hand, if you slapped a nice, powerful, wrestling person, and that person, your slap will be like nothing, it will be a pat, on his back or his face, But when that person gives you one, yeah, you would lose some teeth, So that's one way of looking. If you slip a person walking on the street, you will receive one slip, on your face. But if you slip Obama, President Obama, you have to pay a big price giving him a slip, right? So there are different effect of that Kriyaman. And this is one way of explaining. If you do something good, then you get that effect also. You get positive effect in a multiplied mode, also, Just like you put a seed in the farm, that seed is only one. But when that seed becomes the plant, you get the fruit of that seed in 1,000-fold, right? But if you put that seed into your mouth, then you don't get 1,000-fold, seeds, right? It all depends how you are doing the Kriyaman. That Kriyaman gives the corresponding effect, That Kriyaman can also not give just the right away effect, but give a delayed effect, That if you did something like plowing or putting the plant in the, putting the seed in the ground, the seed will come back after a while, when the time happens properly. And even every seed has its own program, The wheat seed would come out within 30, 40 days, It will be ripened within 90 days maybe, And mango seed, it will take maybe, 10, 15 years, So there are different effects of the Kriyaman, as it is called Prarabdha. Prarabdha is the one that you have done something today or in the past, and its fruit will be fructifying any time between now and in the future. So that Prarabdha, according to our scripture, is our body, ourself. We have acquired this body to pay off certain previous prarabdhas. પ્રારબ્ધ એટલે કર્મ અને ભોગવવાનું કારખાનું. આપણું શરીર છે એ પ્રારબ્ધ કર્મને ભોગવવાનું કારખાનું છે. This is the body which is using up our previous deeds and making our deeds in action. And over the millions and millions and billions of years, we have done these actions. And those actions are in our accumulation, in our possession. It can be bigger than the Mount Everest, or whole Himalaya mountain, That is how much our deeds are, we are carrying with us, And some of those deeds have ripened. That is why we have taken this birth, And we are paying or benefiting or, enjoying this life. So, in this life, whatever the prarabdhas we are enjoying, some people say that over the billions of years, how does that prarabdha find its pathway for us to pay the price or enjoy in this lifetime? How it is, programmed? What is the process? And in the scriptures they say that just like a big cow herd with thousands of cows, are going, and the baby of a particular cow is gone out of this cow herd and now is coming back, that cow will find its baby out of all these other baby cows herds, It will find its own baby, Just like our Viva Ben, found this baby. There are few more babies here also, right? Jasma beta. But she would know which one is Vishnu's daughter. So same way this prarabdhas know, who is the person that I am attached to, and it will come, and you will have to pay the price, So these prarabdhas are also of varieties of types, And some prarabdhas we will be finished up in this life. Some prarabdhas we may not be done. We may have to finish in the coming lives, if we do not become Brahmarup. So, prarabdhas are also part of this laws of karma. Then the third one is the sanchit karma. Sanchit means accumulated. Sanchit means forever. So, certain good or bad actions we have done. For example, if we did something good and pleased a Gunati Swarup, and that Swarup gave us the blessings, and that blessings are with us, then no matter how many births we take, that Sanchit karma comes and helps us. We have seen some people, that they have done nothing or very little and they have benefited a lot in the social world, Bill Gates, for example, he was not even a high school graduate. But we think that from previous deed maybe, he would have been, some good, donor to some good religious leaders, and may receive have blessings, So he came back. Again, he decided to come back in America because America is more prosperous. And at the young age, he started a small company, and 1, 2, 3, he just became very, very, very prosperous. In short time, he became very rich. And the proof of that is that all his wealth, he is not using for bad purpose, He has a kind of a, non-profit organizations where he is spending this money for good causes, So he has that kind of program within him. So now whatever he has earned, again he is putting into the ground, and that will grow again, for the next birth, But he is not as lucky as you are. Because what is there in money, or what is there in donations, and what is there in having prestige, when you don't want to have next birth, right? If you want to liberate in this life, and you want to go in the abode of God, then all these things are not needed, But those of you, still want to come back maybe 1 or twice, and then decide to go back, then do something like that, Do some nice seva of Gunatit Saint, and if Gunatit Saint wants you to come back, then he would do that. Otherwise, he would say that, hey, don't waste your time. There is much enjoyment there, than what you think here, right? There is a bigger enjoyment in Akshardham, right? But this Sanchit karma is the karma where you do not expand that karma. That karma remains with you over and over and over. You just earn the interest of that and enjoy. Just like if you have $100,000 in the bank at a 10% interest, Nowadays it's not that much, but whatever, 0.10%. So if you have a $1 billion in bank, and then you earn 0.10% interest, So that's like, $1 million maybe, So that $1 billion in the account is not touching, But the interest of that is giving you all these benefits, and you are enjoying. So those people who have those kind of blessings, they put their hands into the ash, They'll find the gold out of the ash, right? On the other hand, those who have done the wrongdoing, they have hurt the Gunatit saints, or they have done wrongdoing in the society so bad, and they have this Sanchit karma, then even if they put their hand into the gold, a snake will bite. A serpent will bite, from the gold. So, these are the effect of these 3 karmas, Now, all these karmas are, like I said, the slaves of God, So, when we are not belonging to God, when we are belonging to Maya, then this law of karma applies to us. These laws of karma applies to us, just like I'll give you an example, which I have given before also. That you are driving on the highways with the speed limit of 65 miles per hour, but you are driving at a 90 miles per hour speed, And policeman saw you, or a woman saw you. So that police was hiding, or on the side roadway. So now that police has to come out on the roadway and speed up to catch you. So you are going at 90 miles per hour. So to catch you, police has to go 95 would take you 1 hour to catch you. 100 would take you maybe half an hour. 120 would take you maybe, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever, depends. But he is going to be after you until he is going to catch you, right? So that police has stopped you now, with red light, now you are on the side roadway. He comes to you and he says that, sir, you are going above the speed limit. Do you know? And you say, yeah, I was going higher, So he says, you are going at 90 miles per hour, So I'm going to give you a ticket for $300, That makes sense, because you violated the law, so you have to pay the price. But now you are a man of logic, You are an intelligent person, So you tell the police that, okay, you give me for $300, but why don't you write down yourself a ticket for $1,000, because you are going 120, I will accept that ticket only if you accept your ticket. What would police say? Police would say, okay, I'll write down myself a ticket for $1,000. No. Police says that I am hired to do this job. So, I don't get a ticket, but you do. But then let's say you are a government officer and in a civil dress, not knowing, police does not know that, you are a government high-level officer, And that you have a paper that you are allowed to go higher speeds, You are allowed to take this higher speed for a reason on the roadway, So now you pull that certificate out and show this police that, okay, just like you don't have ticket, I have this certificate also. What would police do? Police would honor that and would let you go. If you don't have that kind of certificate, then you get a ticket. Same way, when we belong to God, we are like police officers. Even though we do the karma by remembering God, we do not have to pay the price of the karma. But if we are dishonest to our God, and it is described not to do such and such karma, and if we still do that karma, then fine is maybe double. Because you are called a devotee, you are called a saint, you are called a Brahmaswarup, and then you are doing worse than the worldly affair, then God is going to be karma phal pradata. Not the karma, it will give the fruit of the result, but God will give you the result of that bad actions or good actions, whatever you have done, Good actions are always part of it, but I'm just talking, something out of the way, So, if we are the devotee of God, then whatever actions we are doing by remembering God, those actions are not karma. They are called bhakti or satkarma, They are called satkarma. So, there is another word, satkarma, which is different from karma, Satkarma is the deed which elevates us to the higher level or which helps others to elevate to the higher level. And there are so many such satkarmas, But in Swamini Vato, Gunatitanand Swami has said that the best Satkarma is to be Brahmrup and in the service of Parabrahm. That is the best Satkarma. If you do things that keeps you in the status of Brahmrup, and in that status you are doing the devotion of God, which is the best Satkarma. And for that, the Vachnamrut, Gadara, last 39. Gadara, last 39 Vachnamrut is the Vachnamrut of Atma and Paramatma. And if we are living in that consciousness that I am Brahma, or if you think, we talked in the morning, that I am Atma. But now everybody thinks, that why think lower? Why not think the higher, right? There is a difference between Atma and Brahma, right? So why not think Brahma, then Atma, right? But whatever you think, whatever it's acceptable to you. If you think that I am Brahma and my purpose of this life is to be in the service of Parabrahma, that is the highest, best Satkarma. In that Satkarma, we are always in tune with God, in tune with our Gunatit Master. And we never commit any mistake. Because we are so purified, We have no desire to do wrongdoing, We have no intention of doing anything wrong, Sukadevji, was in that status. And there is a long story, how the Sukadevji was born, We have talked about that, And Sukadevji, when he was born, he had such a elevated knowledge, He started walking away from his home. No attachment to mother, to father, to home, to nothing, He was tuned with God, Lord Krishna. And when the news came to Vyas Bhagavan, when he was at the river doing his, all spiritual things, heard that finally Sukadevji is born, because Sukadevji did not want to be born. He says, there is no good thing, in the earth. I have no interest to be born, But when he was born, he just walked into the jungle. When Vyas Bhagavan heard that, then Vyas Bhagavan, even though elevated, had a little bit of putreshna maybe, that he came home to see, that I want to see my son. And the news was that he walked away. So then he went after to at least see him once, Now when he was going, Sukadevji was going, there were some upper levels, yaks and others, taking bath in a lake, and the women were taking bath without clothes, So when Sukadevji went through there, they knew that this Sukadevji is so elevated beyond the body consciousness, they did not put on their clothes, But then Vyas Bhagavan was going through this roadway. Vyas Bhagavan had another thought, that maybe is that the right road where Sukadevji has gone, or maybe it is not. So I should ask these people who are bathing. In there, maybe there was a subconscious thought, So those women put on the clothes. And then Vyas Bhagavan asked, that, did you see a boy walking? He said, yeah, we saw. Very elevated boy, Then he knew that that was my son. But then Vyas Bhagavan asked that you have put on the clothes now, but looks like you did not put on the clothes when my son was walking. Is that true? They say, yeah. And then he says, why? He says, well, he was beyond the body consciousness. So that is the level Sukadevji was, And then in Srimad Bhagavatam, the story comes, that when Parikshit Raja is cursed, and all the sages are there to pray for him to liberate within 7 days. Nobody is guaranteeing, Parikshit Raja. But they are saying that we will do dhun for you, we will pray for you, so that someone will come and give you a guarantee. And then Sukadevji comes. And Sukadevji tells Parikshit Raja that I can liberate you in 3 days. Your curse is for 7 days, but I can liberate you in 3 days. But are you ready? And he says, I'm ready. I have given up eating. I'm on the bank of Ganga, drinking only water. If you tell me, I'll stop drinking water also. Sukadevji says, no, those are not the criteria. Ready means, when I give the discourse of Lord Krishna, who is your grandfather, will you have no doubt in his actions? Are you ready for that? He says, yeah, he's my grandfather, Why would I have doubts? Why would I have doubts in God's actions? But Sukadevji knew his chart, that he is going to doubt. He is going to have questions. So then Sukadevji starts the 12 cantos of Bhagavatam. But on the 7th canto, after telling all these glories of Lord Vishnu and his incarnations and all that, Parikshit Raja analyzed and said that God is partial to the devas, and he is impartial to the demons. Being God, why is he doing that? That was his question. This is a doubt. In 7th canto, Sukadevji is saying that, that why God is, partial. He should be beyond, And Sukadevji explains, God is not partial. God is not impartial. God is above. But it looks like whatever actions these demons are doing, whatever actions the devatas are doing, to balance those actions, he has to take this kind of, incarnations to protect the good, If the demons were doing good, then he is helping the demons, Prahlad, he helped. Bali Raja, he helped, So, that was first doubt he had. And then second doubt he had in the 10th canto, So, what we want to be is in a Brahma Swarup state, like Sukadevji has, Then, our purpose of life is fulfilled. And even if we are Brahmarup, but don't do the service of Parabrahma, we are not keeping the God factor with us, then it's a problem again. A Brahmarup can become a Brahmaraksas if the God is not with the side, And there is a story of Aswathama, He was Brahmarup. But he did not side with Lord Krishna. He sided with bad army, So then the Brahmarup activity converted him into killing the 5 sons of Draupadi, and then try to kill Parikshit, God's Krishna Bhagavan saved Parikshit, But these are the actions of not Brahmarup, killing innocent boys of Draupadi, right? Brahmaraksas. So, it's not only to become Brahmarup is the end, To become Brahmarup and then be in the constant and continuous service of God is the final goal. So, karmas have all these different pathways, And we should have that confidence within ourselves that I belong to God and I am going to do what God is guiding me, not my previous deeds, not my intellect, not my other friends, not my other incidences, There are 8 things, Desh, Kad, Karma, Kriya, Sang, Shastra, Diksha, Devta, Dhyan. Those 8 Desh, Kad, Adik, not any guidance from them, but I want to be guided by the God. So, if I get that kind of confidence within me, if I have that kind of nishtha within me, then nothing wrong can happen to me in this world. My God is always with me. If he had protected Prahlad to the state where his body acquired the qualities of the soul, soul is not pierceable. Prahlad's body was not pierceable. They would try to cut his head off with sword, could not cut. Soul is not cannot be burned in fire, Prahlad's body did not burn in fire, His father's sister burned, who had blessings. She burned, but Prahlad did not burn, So, his body acquired the qualities of soul. Such a great acquired, And still, when Lord Narasimha is asking him that, okay, I made your kingdom now fearless for you. All your enemies are gone now. You enjoy this kingdom now. He was not happy. We would be happy, right? If all problems are gone, then we say, okay, now, Even our own problem, our, this backache and headaches and all this gone. If God says, okay, gone, then how happy would we be, Poonam Ben? We would say, thank you, God, right? Prahlad said, I am not happy at all. He says that if I wanted a kingdom, all I have to do is listen to my father was saying. And I would have received the kingdom. My father was saying, don't pray to Lord Vishnu. If I would have listened that, I would have become the king. And anyhow, So, that is not my goal. That is not my interest. My interest is that my outer enemies are not my enemies because they cannot kill me. My body has become immortal. My inner enemies, Kam, Krodh, hurt, man, irsha, lobh, matsar, asha, ishna, matsar, all these, they are my real enemies. And I want you to protect me from those enemies, Then I am happy. So this is what a demon is asking, And this is what everybody should ask, So we are very fortunate that we have in this satsang understanding our relationship with our Guru and our God, and we want to have that firm conviction. Not that when policeman shows up and you say, oh bapre, policeman is behind me. No, you want to be happy that, okay, that policeman will have your darshan and he will liberate by your darshan. Not one, let 10 policemen come, Right? But that consciousness is different, We have to start developing that consciousness. કે મારું દર્શન કરશે એ તરશે. Those who will see me will liberate. That type of karma is satkarma, And we want to really keep thinking that way. Our Gurudev Kakaji used to say, નિષ્ઠાવાળાને કોઈ દેશકાળ લાગે જ નહીં. Those who have firm conviction in God cannot have any wrongdoing of any things on this world, He used to say that if I am sitting in the aeroplane, no hijacker can be in my plane. Either a madman would say, or an elevated person would say. And then he would say that even if hijacker is already in the plane, and if I go in the plane, that hijacker either will get out of it, or he will be without any actions of his hands or legs, until I get down the next stop. What a confidence, But that confidence he was not saying out of his own ego, He was saying because of his nishtha, his connection with his Guru and his God, That is our master, and we belong to him, and we belong to all these Gunati Swarups. So, keep thinking positive. Sajanand Swami Maharaj ni Jai.